worldwide. So today we'll be looking at breast cancer from a survivor's point of view. My guest today is Agbayewa Fumilola Moronke, founder of Segunfunmi Foods and founder of Segunfunmi Cancer Support Foundation. Segunfunmi Cancer Support Foundation. Hello, Segunfunmi. Thank you for joining us today. So can I call you Agbayewa or Moronke or Fumilola? What do you prefer?
Fumilola.
Okay. I have a friend called Fumi, so to be sweet like that.
Yeah, Fumi is sweet.
Yes, very. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
It's great to have you here. The number to call to join the conversation today is 07000 917 917. 07000 917 917. If you have any situations or you want to contribute, just hear how it feels from a survivor's point of view, or also share your experiences, the number to call is 07000 917 7. And you can also send in a text or a WhatsApp message to 0703 175 6537. 0703 175 6537. All right, I'm going to start with just the basics, because this kind of conversation is one that people don't really have. A lot of people like to thrive on the survival story without really knowing what happened in the background. So for me, I'm going to ask you this one. At what point were you diagnosed of cancer? Let's start with that.
Thanks for having me.
You're very welcome.
It was in 2017 I noticed a lump in my breast. It was actually not in my breast, it was under my nipple. I noticed a lump in my left breast. And the lump was not something serious. I was just thinking it's just a normal lump. So I just told my friend. Okay, I told my husband first. I was like, man, there's something under my breast. So that was just like, let's just bring it here. Let me undo it for you. Like, this is not a joke. But I didn't take it serious. So I now had to call my friend. She's a journalist. And I called her. I said, Mom, Michael, come on. I was actually on the feed then. I was a farmer. I'm actually a farmer. I'm a feed farmer. I'm a crop farmer. Mm-hmm. So I now told her, I said, come, let's go into the farm office. Come and check something. So she now like, this is just there's something there. About it. I said, yes. Which I know. I noticed there's something there. So what should we do? She just said, okay, there's going to be a free electoral test a week. That she's going to book me with it. So that was how the journey started. So that was how I went for the lump. And the result didn't come out till after 3 months. You can't believe it. Because the lump was a free test. So
they had so many people to go.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So it was a free test. So I wasn't, and my mind was not actually on cancer. I wasn't thinking towards that.
Yes, because maybe if you were, you would have gone somewhere else.
Exactly. But I noticed after the surgery of the lump, I was like, the growth now started. Was not showing, was not being, the growth is not so obvious now. Was not growing. That was like, And I told my kid sister, something said, where's the result now? Let's go and do that. I said, no, we are not doing another result. Let that result come out. And I was not ready.
Why were you so insistent on getting that particular?
I was not ready to go. I was not ready to accept my sister's thinking of results, because she's already giving me her own results, and I was not ready for that result. So I was like, let's wait for, and the 23rd of December, few days to Christmas. The result was not given to me straight. The doctor just called. Dr. Fatima just called and said, this is Agbayewa. See your surgery on the 2nd of January 2018. And I said, she just called the phone. And I called her back. I said, Madam, please, you know I'm your friend, I'm your sister. Please tell me the result. Nothing. There is nothing with the result. The result is fine. She cut it again. I now called my sister that was waiting for, and I said, no, this is what the doctor said. They said I should see her. But we said, yes, the result is something. There's something in the result. Call her back. That was how I called her back. And I said, Dr. Fatima, please, just tell me. I will accept it. Let me know whatever the result. I will accept it. That was how the Genge result came in. She now said, what happened was that they noticed some cancer cells, but they are not sure. They want to be sure. I said they are not sure or they are sure. Which one of them? He said, don't worry, have a fantastic Christmas. Enjoy yourself. And that was that morning.
I can only imagine.
And I was actually taking my breakfast when the result came. I just left my food and I packed my bag. I was on my way to the farm. I just went back. I just went to the farm. At the farm, I was just thinking of so many things. My sister was not calling. I wasn't picking his call. I wasn't picking her call. Sorry. I was like, I don't want to talk to anybody. I just want to be on my own. Then after like 2 days or 3 days, okay, and I gave them a call. Okay, Bumi. So Bumi said, we are doing anything that the doctor said. Anything. The doctor, she has done her own research before me. She has done everything. She was ready for anything.
When you say the doctor, you have questions.
Exactly. She was already telling me. So I said, do this. Me too. I was like, okay. I was just not.
So for me, I know if I able to tell this story, we will not use today.
It's a long story.
We won't use today. But you made the appointment.
I did,
and then you were that was the actual diagnosis.
Yes.
So what stage of cancer were you diagnosed with at this time?
It was stage 2.
Stage 2. Okay. So what went through your mind at that point in time, and what went through your mind, very briefly, because I've been a bunch of different things.
No. With my sister behind me, when she gave me her own reasons, and I was like, okay. Then the other sister, and I told her, don't tell the other sisters. But like, she has told every one of them. When you have siblings, you'll be closer to. She's my kid sister, so I was like, don't tell me them. But I noticed they were sending some messages. As in, they're not going straight to the point, but they are like,
so you're already in a shower.
So one of them just came. The one now said, Sister, this is it. I said, okay.
So how were you able to cope during that time? Your sister, so you had family support then?
There was huge family support. And I'm so grateful to all of them.
I really like the sound of that, because that's something that not everybody can testify to. The fact that they have
No. In my own case, there was a huge family support from my siblings and my brother, Toby. Toby was just awesome. He was with me throughout the surgery. I told him, look, they did that surgery. That breast that they are cutting, I want to see the photograph. Take it. He did everything.
So basically, you had strong family support. People were there for you through.
I did everything.
I'm sure now you can say that with full confidence.
My siblings and Toby and my husband and my sons.
I'm happy that you had that. All right, so we're going to get back into other details. But yes, this is still the big question. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contribute. Feel free to ask. The number to call is 07000 917 917. 07000 917 917. You can also send text or WhatsApp messages to 0703 175 6537. Today we're discussing breast cancer, or life after breast cancer, or breast cancer life after diagnosis and treatment. Let me put it that way. So we have a call coming in. Let me hear what this person has to say. Hello, good afternoon. So we have a call coming in. Let me hear what this person has to say. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from, please? Your name. What's your name? Okay, Miracle from the state. Thank you for calling. All right, what do you have to say, Miracle?
I want to ask you, after cutting the breast,
I'm going to let Fomi answer the question. Do you have any other questions?
No.
All right. Thank you so much, Miracle. Thank you for calling. I believe we'll get to that part of the story. She's asking, so after cutting the breast, is it that there's no breasts in that side anymore?
Yes.
So, that particular question, I wanted us to ease into it. So, Miracle, thank you. Thank you very much for that. We'll get to that part of it. Let's talk about treatments. So, you went through the surgery. What kind of treatments did you have to go through? And were there any side effects?
I had to, on the 10th of January 2018, I did the mastectomy. That is what the surgery is called.
Yes.
Cutting of the breast.
The initial test was the lumpectomy.
Yes. Yes. Then the surgery proper is called mastectomy. That's cutting of the breast.
Yes.
Yes, the breast was cut off. That is why we say early detection saves life when it comes to cancer.
Absolutely.
And early treatment matters when it comes to cancer. Because my result came out 23rd. I did my surgery 10th. So it was.
And this was stage 2.
Yes, it was stage 2. So really say I was lucky because God was on my side. But when it comes to the treatment, I did every stage of treatment of cancer. I went through all the stages of cancer. The chemotherapy stage, that is another story of its own.
I can imagine.
So let's go there. It was a pretty,
what kind of experience?
but one thing what works for me was that during the stages, I wasn't looking pitiable. I cut that aspect of looking pitiable out of everything because I find out that I needed that copy have nobody can give it to me. So that was what kept me going. But in the course of the treatments, I broke down. Because chemotherapy no be any person friend do. It's another story. Chemotherapy on its own is another thing. But I'm not here to scare anybody.
Absolutely.
Please, when you are diagnosed of cancer, listen to what your oncology is saying, what your doctor is telling you. Follow the treatment. Don't go out of the way to one herbal treatment that treats, but they only cushion the effects of your chemotherapy. They boost their herbs. But when it comes to cancer, please, when you are diagnosed of cancer, please listen to the doctor. Follow this. That was what I did in my own case, and that what helps. Since 2018, I'm still here.
Hallelujah.
Thank you. And I'm still going to be here for a long testimony.
It's really a testimony. So I was asking about side effects. Were there any side effects?
Yes, indeed.
In terms of side effects, I mean.
This side effect, indeed. My hair, I was bald for like 1.5 years. And I was carrying my head like that. So people were like, this woman, which style it is? I'll just tell them, I beg, this is the new style in town. I was dark. My nipples, my arms, my fingers, my tongue, everything. I was actually looking pitiable, but I was not looking pitiable at the not showing that in my inner self. I wasn't showing that. But if you see me, you know that definitely something is wrong with this woman. But you just can't place your finger on what exactly it was. Yes, and my prosthesis was there, so I was using my prosthesis, so there was no showing that there's no breast.
Absolutely.
Because I found out that without breast, we live. With breast, we live. Without breast, we live.
You know, I was just about to ask how being a cancer survivor has changed your outlook on life. And this is one line that I'll take with me. Without breast, we live.
Yes.
And other than that, how did that experience shape you going through that?
Okay. That experience shows during that period, I found out that this life, there's nothing in it. You take it one at a time. In my own case, life throws me a lemon and I turn it to lemonade because I was doing things that I were not doing before. My business started during this period.
Your business?
Yes, Seafoods Nigeria Limited started doing my chemotherapy.
Days. 1 second, we have a call. Okay, please call back if you can. The number is still 07000 917 917. 07000 917 917 is the number to call. All right, for me. So I need you to repeat that because I'm in awe of what you just said. Your business, Shengafumi Foods Limited, started during your chemotherapy. I thought you said you weren't on during the time. How did that happen?
Okay, I started researching on what to use to boost my immune system during the chemotherapy. So because the chemotherapy will break you down, you'll be weak, and I needed to be strong. Not for myself only, for my children.
Absolutely.
For everyone around me, they were taking care of, because my siblings were just taking care of me. The care was just out of it. But you got to say that I'll just look at them and like, this one, Sister Lola, then you this one, Sister Lola, then you that one. That's why she want you this one. And then I'm like, okay, let's. So I started with I started with the diet. Definitely when you have chemotherapy, your diet will change. Okay. When you have cancer, your diet will change. There are some foods you need to drink, you need to drop. Cut off. Yes, you need to cut sugar off. Completely. Not completely. All our foods have glucose, so they all break down into glucose. So but you need to eat some food. You need to eat more of veggies. Okay. More of veggies when you have chemotherapy. When you are going through chemotherapy, you need more of veggies to be strong. Then you need some food, like in my own case, I started eating of father rice, and that was what battered Shegun Funmi Foods Nigeria Limited. I was eating a father rice. So now, in the process of my chemotherapy days, I was still believing God. I was strong in my worship with God. I'm not a Christian. I'm not a Christian in that sense, but I believed, Fumilola, my name signifies something, and I need to stand on it. The Lord, Fumilola, and the Lord has given me strength. He has given me that wealth. He has given me that strength. And this second chance, I need to take it seriously. So I started with Ofada rice. I had to tell my husband, as I cut off Maggie, I started cooking my food well. No, my seasonings. No, there were so many seasonings, spices. Well, the spices are herbal spices like ginger, turmeric, fenugreek.
So not processed seasoning.
Not exactly. Okay. Not the cube.
Seasoning cubes.
Yes, I had to cut it off. So my drinks were different. I had to start taking beetroot. I had to look. I was just going online, researching for things that I think will help me.
Okay, so for me, please, 1 second. Another call. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, are you there? Hello? Okay, please, when you're calling, I need you to actually. Hello, good afternoon.
Hi,
good afternoon.
hello.
Yes, what's your name? Where are you calling from? Please call back. Please call back. Okay, for me, please go ahead. You talked about changing your diet. You talked about your drinks. You cut off seasoning cubes. Beetroot is what you started drinking.
I started taking beetroot. I started taking carrot drink. So many of them. Then I am the process. I think my third course, I was still in Lagos with my sisters. So my third course, and I had to go for a leadership program at Daystar. Then at Daystar, we were there. Then one of the speakers came up and like, look around you. You don't have to be lazy. There are things you are doing at this moment that you can turn to business. My sister was sitting beside me. I just tapped her and said, no, Andy, what that man is saying. He said, so what do you want to do? I said, don't worry. So when we get home, I just carried my phone. I just sent a chat to my printer. I said, please do this. Shegun Funmi of Father Rice. Please send it to me. Let me see it and let's see how it goes. So then when the flyer came, I just sent it to my sister. I said, Sister Hala, what is it? I said, that is what I'm starting now.
And that's how we started.
And that's how Shegun Funmi Stonefield of Father Rice started. And other ones now came in. Then my herbs too, that I started taking. The herbs they don't cure cancer. They're just supplements during the process, during the treatments of cancer. Actually, during the treatment of the chemotherapy. Okay. So they're pushing the effects
of the chemotherapy on your body.
Yes. So I started taking the herbs. When I go to the clinic days, I'll just tell my people in the oncologist department, this is what I'm taking. I said, Mr. Baiwa, you're looking fresh. I said, what will you do? You can't be happy. So this is what
those are your first customers.
Exactly. like in our oncologist department, those are my first customers. I just tell them, this is what I'm missing. Okay, when you're coming next please bring for us. So
that's a beautiful story.
That's how my business started.
All right. So there's still more.
How my business started.
All right, so there's still more I want to learn. For instance, you talked about you checked your breast on a particular day, and that was the day you figured, okay, I think there's a lump somewhere. Before you called your husband, your sister, how regularly would you advise women to do that? Because that was basically, I think we hear about this a lot, but people don't actually do it. So how regularly, you know what, this is what I would advise that people should do so that they can actually check this, and as you said, early detection.
So now that I sensitize people about cancer talk and stuff like that, I always tell people every 3 months, do it yourself. That is why the video is everywhere. We send the video out, we talk to people, do it yourself. As long as there's a lump, either small, either big, whether it's just, mine wasn't the normal what people tell us to do now. Mine was not under my armpit. Mine was under my nipple. So you could have, oh, this is a boy. It could have turned out to be a boy. I started putting all sort of elements on it. But in my own case, I was just lucky at that point that they were doing that free uplift.
And that was what really helped. That was that test. It was
that free lumpectomy that helped me. At that time, I noticed my own lump. There was a free test going on.
So every 3 months, then. Ladies, I hope you're listening. Every 3 months, you need to. Is there a particular way that they should do?
There's a particular way. Your 3 fingers, just press it under your breast. Then raise your armpit up a bit. Then you just do like this. You go round circle. Just this is it. Round the circle. Then you go up to your deep into your armpits. It's not painful. Deep into your armpit. Then round. Then after that, okay. Like in my own case now, I've done mastectomy, so there's no breast there. But I still need to do it.
What's the purpose of that?
The purpose of that is that cancer can come back. Cancer comes back. We are not praying for that.
Most definitely.
So cancer comes back. So I go for my test every 3 months. I need to go for a backup test
Just to make sure that you're fine.
your doctors will not give you. They'll give you. I was on 3 months. I was on 1 month checkup. I graduated to 3 months. Now I graduated to 6 months. Now I'm in 1 year. So I do it once a year. But my doing it once a year does not stop me from checking from time to time. From time to time. Okay, assuming there's a I have to. Okay. There was a day I saw something like a lump. Out of fear, it was not a lump. It was a scalp. But I just said, Muslim, come, please check this thing. I said, this woman relax yourself, there's nothing there. I said, okay, don't worry. Yeah, I just, the next Thursday, straight to oncologist. Madam, can we help you? I said, doctor, there's something here. I was just touching it. I said, okay, madam, lie down, let's check. Man, there's nothing there. I said, please, doctor, please write scan for me. I want to go and do something. I was like, it's not good for you to expose it. I said, please, just write it out. I want to go and do it. So until I saw the results
that you confirmed that there was nothing. All right, we're wrapping up in a bit. So what are some things that you learned about breast cancer that you didn't know before that you now and you want others to know?
I want others to know that there's different types of breast cancer. So in my own type of breast cancer may not be the other person's breast cancer. So you don't use other people's treatments to treat yourself. So the best bet is for you to go and see an oncologist. They are the one that will tell you. Your immunochemistry will determine the types of chemotherapy that will be given, that will be administered to you. We are like so many people in our oncology summits. Our chemotherapies are different. They're not the same thing because your immunochemistry will bring out the type of chemotherapy that would work for you. So that one is that's one. Then 2, cancer is not. You can't get cancer by being friend with familiar.
It's not contagious.
It's not contagious. You can't. Cancer is not contagious, so don't be afraid. When you see somebody with cancer, please help them. Cancer patients need help. They need that care. They need that care. Because in my own case, it was that care that gave me that confidence. There was that care that gave me that feeling of being, I need to be strong. I need to be alive for those people. These people are showing me so much love. That feeling of being, I need to be strong. I need to be alive for those people. These people are showing me so much love. Do you understand? So when you see, please, anybody that is cancer is not because somebody is wicked. Show me so much love. Do you understand? So when you see, please, anybody that is cancer is not because somebody is wicked. Please don't tag anybody with cancer that this person, she gets angry easily, that's why she has cancer. Please, I've been seeing that online.
No, that is wrong.
And that is wrong. I've been seeing it. Even I know somebody that has always said it on the altar. I know somebody that has always said it on the altar. That cancer, when you're angry, you get cancer. When you back, you get cancer. Please, it's all a lie. So please, anybody that has cancer, please take care of them. And cancer, please support cancer patients, please. Cancer patients need a lot of money. Cancer is not easy. And cancer treatment is very expensive. Please, if anybody needs help for help, please help. Because when it comes to cancer, I found out that you alone can't do it. You can't do it alone. And at the same time, the cancer treatment in Nigeria, cancer treatment is too expensive. You can imagine doing a radio for almost 800,000. How do you want an average person? And there's some chemotherapies that are 450. Depends on your immunochemistry. That is what will determine the cost of your chemotherapy treatment. So please, anybody that has cancer, please come out. Don't hide. Please, my plea is when you have cancer, please come out. Don't hide.
Thank you so much.
Early treatment and early detection saves life.
Absolutely.
Please.
Thank you for sharing your experience with us today. I think we needed this. And if you're tuned in, I'm sure you already understand the perspective of breast cancer from a survivor's perspective. And three things that she has said. One, you need to examine yourself. You need to examine yourself. You said every 3 months. And you need to also make sure that what is being used to treat one person, don't try to use it on yourself. You need to go visit your oncologist and get your own treatment that would work for you. Then always boost your immune system if you're going through chemotherapy. Very important. And that really matters because you'll be very weak. So you need all the strength that you can get. And most importantly, it's very important to support the people around you that are living with cancer, people that are going through chemotherapy, people that are trying it. So give them the best kind of care that you can establish with them. Thank you very much, Funora. Thank you so much for coming in and for sharing your experience today on The Big Question. All right. Thank you for having me. Okay. All right, and this is it on The Big Question today. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's especially important to keep your weight in check, be physically active, eat your fruits and vegetables, and just don't take alcohol. Remember to get your breast examined 3 to 5 days after your period starts and do it every 3 months. Thank you to my guest. Thank you to my producer, Elizabeth Akorbe. Thank you very much. And remember to support a cancer survivor near you. And remember, early detection really does save lives. Thank you very much for tuning in. Early detection and early treatment. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Tunto Titilayo Achaman. Good afternoon.
The best music.
You're listening to WFM 91.